going on, internet? Xiagax here, and oh, excuse me, that wasn't supposed to happen. But anyhow, yeah, welcome to another Destiny video, and consistency has really just gone out of the window for me. I haven't been making a whole lot of videos, period. I think the last one I made was that Jad one in the fight caves for RuneScape. Anyhow, this isn't about RuneScape, this is about Destiny, and boy, am I hyped for the Taken King to get here. We've got less than 24 hours. I believe it was like 20 hours, Reddit says, as of making this video. And excuse me. Okay, that was not Mountain Dew. Bad Coca-Cola. Coke, I'm sorry. This is why I don't drink your brand. It just makes me too gassy. This is why I go with Sundrop. But anyhow, yeah, enough screwing around. The Taken King is coming very shortly, and as you guys have seen, there haven't been a whole lot of Destiny videos since, what, July? That was like the last time I made really any videos, period. But yeah, just a bit of a update here. Just be sure to, one, expect a Let's Play coming, continuing on Destiny, because it's really just kind of big one story here that occurs over the course of God knows how long, however long Bungie wants to keep this little charade up, if you want to call it that. And be sure to check back for Nightfall videos, because, I mean, obviously with the Taken King, there's going to be new exotics to get back, as well as new strikes. So hopefully we can be a little refreshed to get back into doing Nightfalls again, because those are certainly fun. And when I say fun, I say those in quotations. Sometimes they were a little iffy. Some of them were okay, some of them not so much. So anyhow, as you can see here, I've actually got a little bit of gameplay of Rift, so that is courtesy of the 2.0 update. Rift is actually pretty fun, but I actually gotta say I'm more inclined to play Mayhem more than anything. It is pretty much what the name implies. It is just a whole cluster. I'm not even gonna say that word, but it is just a mess of people getting supers and whatnot. Right now, I would say it's not as fun as it could be, because I still want to try out some of the new subclasses, and yeah, we haven't really had those unlocked yet. We won't get those until later tomorrow, and for me that's going to be 4 in the morning, and hopefully I should be up by then, because I wouldn't really miss this for the world. I've actually got everything all paid for, and now it's just a matter of time until Bungie wants to go ahead and flip the switch and go ahead and let the Taken King loose. And speaking of the Taken King, there's also a bit of a promotional video that I think Bungie, I don't know, they didn't really talk about it, but they put it on the Bungie website. I will go ahead and leave it at the end of the video here, just so you guys can see my version of it. It's actually pretty interesting, because you put in your Guardian name, you choose one of your possibly 3 Guardians. I don't know if you have 3 or not. Everybody's different. But yeah, you just choose one of your Guardians, and it actually brings up a highlight, or brings up highlights of your year 1 statistics. I know I was actually pretty happy, because I actually had 14 Atheon kills. That's pretty good, considering some people might not have done a raid at all. Speaking of endgame content, I actually was unfortunately not able to complete Skolas in year 1. I just never got around to it, and I just really didn't have a decent group that was going to work well with me. So, oh well, I think I miss out on an emblem, because I think that was what Bungie told everyone, is if you could complete all the year 1 endgame content before the Taken King, you got a special emblem. I really don't care that much about an emblem. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of prestige with it, but it's not that important to me, because in all honesty, I still hold on to my Sign of the Elders, which is basically my sign of being in the beta. Unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation, so I couldn't have been in the alpha, but oh well. Anyhow, so one thing I'm actually really hoping for in the Taken King is that obviously we get a better story. Now, of course, it's been reported that we will get a, quote, better story, but so far we have yet to see really Bungie kind of deliver on any major promises. I mean, I gotta say, as much as I really like Destiny and Bungie so far, I do kind of feel like there's some things that Bungie just kind of, I wouldn't say cross the line, but there's a couple of things that they just kind of, they irk me with. For one is like when I watched their live streams, it felt like, despite there being a bunch of new content that they wanted to show us, they really kind of just left the players in a bit of a fog and left us scratching our heads more than actually being hyped. And particularly, one thing I was talking about is when I believe it was when Mr. Fruit got to go on stream, and they were actually in the middle of the strike. I believe the minute that Deej actually turned to, I forget what the guy's name was, the minute he turned to him and asked him a question, all three of the people that were on the strike actually put down the controllers for a split second, and they took a drink. Like, they got a drink of water or something. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you go back and look at that stream, they all do it at the same exact time, and it couldn't look any more scripted. It looked like, it really looked like that they were trying to save on time as much as possible. That was the same thing, that is the same thing. There was also speculation as to why that stream was extremely late. I wouldn't say extremely. It was somewhat late. Supposedly there was a power outage and whatnot, and then they tried to play it off with their Thunderlord prop and saying, "Oh, we're testing something out with a new power source and whatnot." They try to make a joke of it, but in all honesty, let's face it, Bungie, the players are kind of catching on to some of the stuff that's going on with you. If you really can't wow the players, then there's probably some internal issues that's going on, and honestly, I think there might be, I don't know, might be just somebody in the staff, or either that, or it's very possible the players are just expecting too much. But honestly, I really can't see how. That also just that really leads me to believe that hopefully we don't have this bullcrap where we also have a bunch of exotic weapons that get left out of the exotic roster. As of now, we do now know that Fate of All Fools will unfortunately be exclusive for, I think it was BK Bunny on Reddit. And that really sucks because it is a real nice exotic. The good news is that PlayStation players will be able to get their hands on it through the form of the Jade Rabbit. And it is unfortunately going to be a PlayStation exclusive, which means the Xbox players won't get to play it until probably, I'm guessing, next year, September. I don't know exactly what day. It's probably not going to be the 9th. Depends on what's a Tuesday, seeing as that's reset day. Anyhow, back on track about the exotics, there's also, I believe there was also the Vesta Dynasty, which never made its way into the game, unfortunately. And that was a real shame. It was a pretty interesting exotic where it had one of those selectable perks. It's just, you know, Bungie, really, you need to get your crap in order if you're, I mean, seriously, this is content that we, the players, would like, and if it just keeps getting pushed back, then it's just going to get to be a huge annoyance. But in contrast, we did get more vault space as well as just a tad bit more content. In addition to the 2.0 update, we have the Gunsmith, who now has his own faction rank, so that's actually a pretty interesting thing now. I mean, it's not only that, but if you understand how it works, you just complete some of the weapons, and then you will, the next week on Arms Day, I think that's what it is, it's actually a Wednesday, you will actually be able to get a legendary weapon, and now all the legendary weapons have an infuse option, which is basically sacrifice a weapon to the weapon that you want to. You're upgrading a weapon by sacrificing a weapon as of what you're effectively doing, and that's actually pretty nice. It actually kind of serves as a bit of a sink for some of the weapons that are in the game, because Bungie understands that players want to hoard weapons, and now we have a reason to get rid of some of them. I mean, now that I think of it, I'm honestly not going to probably use some of the raid weapons that I already have. I mean, I may as well just sacrifice them to increase some of the stats on my weapons already, and this isn't just for weapons, it's also for armor as well. That also kind of reminds me about some of the exotics that will do the same thing, but I think they get changed a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Rather than some of their their signature perks, rather than them being unlocked about 2/3 down their skill tree, they're going to be unlocked right away when they get upgraded to their year 2 equivalents. That's going to be pretty nice, and overall, just really happy for this game to be coming out tomorrow. I'm just so psyched for it. So overall, yeah, just stick around if you want to watch my Let's Play videos as well as my Nightfall videos. Hopefully we'll be getting some nice exotics out of that. And yeah, the Taken King is starting to shape up to be the next exciting chapter in the Destiny series. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for right about now, guys. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like in the like box. Leave a comment if you like. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe for more great videos by yours truly. And I will actually leave you with my Destiny video that I talked about earlier. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and may God bless you all. See you all later.